So let me first tell you why I am fit for this session. Because I haven't got 100 in my class 12, so I am the gold medalist in my graduation. But I got only 96, not 100. So I think I am the right person because I can tell you that how and why I missed 4 marks. So 96 was my score when I was in class 12 in 1992. 31 years ago. Now, let me tell you something about me. This is my brief introduction. And those who are preparing for CUET examination, I can guide you also because I prepare a question paper for CUET as well. Apart from CBSE, I do prepare paper for NTA, means CUET examination, VVM, those who have appeared in the VVM examination, Vidyarthi Vigyan Manthan, RIT examination, RIT Ganit challenge for the CBSE, and papers for the CBSE class 12th and 10th as well. So all set, should I begin? No.
Yes. Say yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's begin the session now.
28 by 4 equal to 7. 28 by 4 equals to 7. 28 by 4 equal to 7.
I think you have enjoyed the video. So what the video was all about? First, mathematics is not all about cramming. Second, if you are having a good confidence in you, then you can surely achieve 100. As far as the CBSE is concerned, getting 100 is not a very tough job right now. So I will just explain a few of the tips and elaborating the syllabus. Probably you have gone through the same. Okay, so the first suggestion right now is close your R.D. Sharma book. How many of you are revising R.D. Sharma right now? Anyone? No? Just put your hand high, okay. So those who are revising from the R.D. Sharma, they should just stop revising from the R.D. Sharma books right now. Okay. So it is the time to practice from the sample paper and the CBSE released practice paper, not from the R.D. Sharma. You can just have some look of NCERT textbook and NCERT exemplar as well, not from the R.D. Sharma right now. Now, moving to the second. There are 3 questions. First, what a topper do? The second, how many of you have seen the answer sheet released by the CBSE, topper answer sheet? Anyone? No. Yes, 1. And the third, basically mathematics is made of 3 P's. Have you heard about the 3 P's? No. So first is practice. The second is persistence, and the third is the patience. So, before going to the board examination, you must have practiced at least 15 sample paper, and 2 paper have been released by the CBSE. One paper has been released few days back. So how many of you have gone through the sample paper released few days back by the CBSE? Anyone? Okay. So what is the difference between the sample paper released 2 months ago and the sample paper released, practice paper released by CBSE 3 days ago? Any idea? So the first thing that you must concentrate on the sample paper, not from the R.D. Sharma book or any other book that you have been in habit of going throughout the year. Second, first is the practice. So mathematics should not be read like novel. So whatever you write, whatever you practice, you should have pen and paper with you. And third is very important, the patience. And that plays the key role as far as the examination is concerned. Many a time when you see see some of friends around you, and he or she is just tensed, not able to solve the question paper and looking around, and the psycho effect of that also causes the disturbance, and you start thinking in the negative sense. If suppose someone known to you is in the front row and he is not able to solve 1 or 2 questions, and if you happen to see him or her, then you start to think that if he or she is not able to do the question, then how can I? So the peer pressure in the examination hall plays the important role. And probably I do expect that you haven't appeared in the 10th board, have you? No. So this is the crucial time for those who are appearing for the very first time. What basically CBSE looks from the student. That is the first thing that you should remember. So 3 things that you must have the enough practice, at least 15 set of sample paper you should practice before going to the final examination. Second, don't read from the R.D. Sharma or any big book right now, because this is not the right time to go through enough support material. Okay. Now, here are a few pictures. So, just imagine something about you. How many of you read by sleeping over the bed? No one? So all do read by on table and chair. Everyone? I doubt. Huh? Just be candid. Huh? This is not the normal class. I will just be coming to the main part for which you have been here. How to score CENTUM. So be very candid. How many of you write by sleeping on the bed? Anyone? No. How many of you enjoy music while doing mathematical calculation? Okay, 1, 2, okay, 4, 5, 6. Good. How many of you eat chips, kurkure, while solving the mathematics paper? 1? Only 1? You can say even chapati also, the milk. 2, 3. How many of you study in the kitchen while your mama is cooking? No? Good student. Huh? Okay. How many of you watch television while doing mathematics? Be candid. No. Some of your parents are here. So should I ask from them? No, no, no. Okay.
That's okay.
Be very candid. I will just tell you because I have been setting the paper for the CBSE, CUET, NTSC examination for the last so many years. So I know what we are looking from the student. So I will just tell you the thing, but before that I just want to inquire something, that how many of you study while sleeping, just laying over the bed? No one. No one. So you use proper table and chair while writing the paper. Everyone? Good. Should I inquire the same from your parents? No. Okay. So if you are having these habits, that writing the mathematics test, sleeping over or laying over the bed, putting the earphone and listening to the music and doing short mathematics calculation, then till May, just stop doing the same. Don't eat kurkure chips while writing the paper. Don't sit in kitchen to ask your mama that what she is preparing in the dinner. Because this is not the right time. For the next 3 months, you should be like a student, not sitting over or lying over the bed, listening the music, eating kurkure and chips, watching television. So these are not the right time to do all these things. So should I expect that you will mend your ways? No one. Those who are agreeing with me, they can just put their hand up. How many of you are just going to mend your ways? How many of you are promising that you will not do what is shown over here? 1, 2. Okay. So I will take the numbers of yours from Prince to inquire that how many of you have mended your way, and inquire the same from your parents. Okay, now, thank you. 2 things. First, in the very first picture, you can see that if you are focusing on only one goal, here your goal is scoring 100 marks. So when you are doing only one work at a time, your brain is in active mode with 100% energy, 100% efficiency. When you are doing multiple tasks, then what happens? You can just think over that. You might be in a position that you can enjoy writing the question, you can enjoy listening the song, you can enjoy having chips and kurkures all about. But doing 2, 3, 4 works at a time is basically dividing your mind to do 2, 3, 4 works. Okay. So what are the harms? I have just put it over here, that attention span decreases. So when you are doing multiple tasks at a time, when you are watching television, your favorite serials, while doing the calculation, while doing maxima minima, solving the question from the increasing and decreasing, many a time you mistake that what you are not supposed to read, what the CBSE has reduced 30% of the syllabus. As far as those who are preparing for the CUET examination, mind that in CUET there is no reduced syllabus. So those who are preparing for some of the good colleges are keen to take BSc or other courses, they should read each and every part that has been deleted by the CBSE for the board examination. Okay, in CUET we have been directed not to we have been directed to put the question from the deleted part also, because when you are appearing for the competitive examination, that is something different from the board examination. Okay. Now, this is the last video, then we will go. So you have to watch the video and tell me your opinion. I will just put few questions in front of you and you just have to tell me the answer. And be candid this time. Okay. So what was there in the video that you should take the lesson from?
Sir, at first, many people are preferring escalator over the stairs due to laziness or work pressure. They have to reach on time. But after this innovative idea of implementing piano, they get fun and relax mentally by listening to the music, as well as their physic exercise is also there.
Okay, good. So basically, thank you. Earlier they used to take escalator, but when the piano was set on the stairs, people choose going by stairs and leaving the escalators. So, what is the lesson that you have taken from here? Anyone?
Even if the escalator was easier and walking by the stairs was harder, as they added a fun element to
I am just talking about the lesson that you have taken from this video.
Even if it's harder to do something, if we add a fun element to it, it's easier for us to do it.
Good.
It doesn't seem that hard.
So, if you want to do something unique, if you are focusing on the word CENTUM, or if you want to score 100, you just have to put something extra. So basically those who score 100 do something that you personally don't do. I am just showing you the answer sheet released by the CBSE of those students who have scored 100. And what is the difference? How do they write? That you need to know. What you don't prefer to write in the examination, and what CBSE even do not expect you to write, but why some students score 100 and some just stop at 96, 95, 98 like that. Now, how many of you are having NCERT textbook with you? Anyone? No. Lesson from the video that you have just watched was everybody makes effort to achieve some goal, but an extraordinary effort can make a change. So be the change to get 100. Don't do something differently. Okay. So this is the marking scheme that had been released by the CBSE. You all know that which chapters weight is how many marks. No? Am I right? So relation and function, the first two chapters is of 8 marks. Algebra consists of 2 chapters, determinant and matrices. That is of 10 marks. Calculus carries 5 chapters. Chapter number 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. From differentiation continuity to differential equation. That carries a huge mark, 35 marks. Now, vector and 3-dimensional geometry, 14 marks. Linear programming, 5 marks. And probability, 8 marks. One chapter, 13.5 is deleted, as you know. Okay. So, relation and function, the first chapter contains 5 marks. First 2 chapters. Inverse trigonometry, 3 marks. Second chapter. The third chapter, matrix, 2 and determinant is of 8 marks. Continuity and differentiability, chapter number 5.1, exercise 5.1 and 5.2 carries 4 marks. Application of derivative, 10 marks, means chapter number 6, tangent and normal is not coming, you all know. Rawls and Lagrange's theorem is not coming, you all know. Areas of bounded region, that is very debatable topic. That we will discuss. What should you do? What should not be read? What should read? In chapter number 8. Differential equation, very clear. Guidelines has been given by the CBSE. What to read, what not to. Vector algebra, 3-dimensional geometry. Everything is all set. Linear programming is still debatable because the sample paper released by the CBSE 3 months ago and the sample paper released by CBSE 3 days ago says 2 different stories. If you have gone through 2 sample paper released by the CBSE, one 2 months ago and one released 2 or 3 days ago, they tells 2 different story. So what to read in linear programming, what to leave, that will be taken care of. So 2 chapters you should take care of is first area of the bounded region, chapter number 8, chapter number 12 linear programming, and chapter number 2 inverse trigonometry. These 3 chapters will play a vital role in deciding who scores good or who scores less. So in relation and function, you all know that composite function is not coming. No question will be asked on the composite function finding the inverse or invertible relation. So no question will come that prove that the function fx is invertible. So this type of question will not be asked. So invertible question will not come. Composition of function means f of g or g of f will not come. In inverse trigonometry, chapter number 2, only 2.1 is coming, not 2.2 and the miscellaneous part. Okay, I will just give you the page number and what to read, what not to read there. But in the guideline given by the CBSE, there is one word, definition, range, domain, principal values, and see the last graph of the inverse trigonometrical function. Last year that was not given. So this time you can expect one graph from the inverse trigonometry function. So those who haven't gone through the graph of inverse trigonometrical function chapter number 2 must revise the graph. Okay, the second thing that you might not have read so far is the principal solution. Suppose you are given one question, y equals to tan inverse x. Draw the graph and find the domain and range of that function. So what two things you have to read. One is the graph of all the inverse function that you might not have read so far. Second, the domain and range of all the graphical function. These two things you should read. Okay. Now, coming to the chapter number 3rd and 4th, matrix and determinant. Properties of determinant has to be removed. So you will not read any properties of determinant. Though in the last month, one examination conducted by the Delhi school has put one question that could be solved easily without using the properties of determinant. If you have read few of the basic properties, that what happens when rows and column gets changed, what happens when two rows or two columns are equal, then it will be beneficial. There will not be any question of A plus B, means dividing the one determinant into two parts. Such question will not be coming, but you can expect the question of simply adding two numbers, subtracting, multiplying a row or column with another number. In matrix, elementary row and column transformation or finding the inverse will not be coming. Now, in calculus, Rolle's and Lagrange's theorem are not coming, tangent and normal is not coming, and approximation is not coming. So avoid reading tangent and normal, approximation, Rolle's and Lagrange's theorem. Chapter number 5. Now chapter number 5 and 6 is over. Now moving to integration. Chapter number 7, definite integration is a limit of sum. It was not in the syllabus in the last year also, in this year also. So 7.6, from 7.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 you can read. You can avoid 7.7, 8, 7.9, 7.10. So there is no need to study 4 exercise, 7.8, 7.9, 7.10, 7.7, 8, 9, 10. These 4 exercises in chapter number 7 you can just leave. Now coming to exercise 7.11. There are few properties that you should revise, because many questions based on the property also come. So property, basically students do not read. They learn the property, but many a times we ask how to prove this property. Suppose in the odd function or even function, you all know that when minus a to a fx dx, if the function is even, then you get 2 times 0 to a fx dx. How? This has to be proved. So 3 properties in definite integration, 3 or 4 properties that has been written clearly in the NCERT textbook. You should go through the properties and how to prove those properties. Clear? In application of derivative, chapter number 8, that is very debatable topic. Basically, you might have read that exercise 8.2 is not coming. Probably that has been conveyed by your teacher, that don't read exercise 8.2. But I say must read exercise 8.2. Okay, what you have been conveyed and what I am conveying, these are 2 different things. First, in chapter number 2, do read the graph of all inverse function. Do read the domain and range of all the inverse function, because question may be asked this time, because CBSE has clearly mentioned graph of inverse function, and this is the first time in the last 3 years that CBSE has put the line graph of inverse function. So do read graph in exercise 2, chapter number 2. Read properties though. The properties of inverse trigonometrical chapter number 2 will not be asked in the examination. There will be no question asked in the examination from exercise 2.2 or miscellaneous, but this property has the recurrence in exercise 5.1 to 5.7. Even in integration, you have to use those properties. Okay. So 3 topics that we need to focus on is exercise 2, exercise 8 and exercise 12. In differential equation, don't read exercise 9.1, 9.2, 9.3. You can, 9.1 you have to go through, 9.2, 9.3 you can skip. 2 exercise there is no need to study because no question is going to come from exercise 9.2 and 9.3. Clear? I will be more specific. In vector, there is scalar triple product of the vector given in the supplement part at the end of your book, NCERT textbook. There is one exercise 10.5. So no question is coming from exercise 10.5. Okay, in chapter number 11, 11.3 plane, but still you can't skip all the question of 11.3. Those questions which are based on the concept of class 11th will be coming. So you can't skip all the question of exercise 11.3 because in 11th you have gone through 2 things, that in the 3 dimension in the xy plane z will be 0. So find the equation of the plane passing through xy plane. The word plane is written over there, so don't omit the topic 11.3 because you know that equation of the plane passing through xy plane will have z coordinate 0, and that has been taught to you in class 11. So any concept related to class 11th may be asked in class 12th. So you can't shout that this is the CBSE has directed not to read plane. Only the plane that is concerning to class 12th, means no question of coplanarity will come. Coplanar will not come. But line intersecting xy plane passing through yz plane, zx plane will surely come in the examination. Now coming to chapter number 12, linear programming is still a debatable topic that I will discuss because 3 months ago, what I said you earlier, that 3 months ago CBSE has released one paper where CBSE asked not to read the formation of the linear programming problem. But 3 days ago, one question was put in the CBSE sample paper that tells you how to formulate the linear programming problem from the given question. So you need to read what I will just tell you. Now coming to chapter number 13, mean and variance of random variable. Random variable means 10.4 exercise. 13.4. 13.4 question of conditional probability is going to come. Multiplication theorem will come, Bayes theorem will come, but mean and variance, Bernoulli's trial, binomial distribution means exercise 13.4, only question where you are asked to find the mean and variance will not be coming, means Ex and Ex square will not be coming. 13.5 is totally out of syllabus, but you still have few questions on the conditional probability, independent event, that is surely to be asked in the examination, right? Now, to be more specific, before we discuss something, now coming to page number, just write the page number and the question number. Chapter number 1, it is written over here. You don't have to read page number 12. NCERT textbook, page number 12, 1.4, 13 and 14, full page, 15, example 24 and 25, full page 16 to 25, all the 10 pages you will not study for the examination. Don't worry, everything will be put in the YouTube channel. Basically, Prince is trying to put the whole video in the YouTube. Still, I will share the PPT with Mr. Prince. He will share with you in the group where you are supposed to be. Okay. But still, write page number 16 to 25, 10 pages will not be coming in the examination. Page number 26, question number 12 and 13, these two questions will not have to be read for the examination. Page number 27 and 28, example 45 and 49 is not coming in the examination. Page number 29 to 31, question number 1 to 3, 6, 7, 9, 8 is coming. Question number 8 is coming. So you have to write question number 8 that you have to prepare. Question number 10 is coming, 11 to 14 not coming, 15, 16, 17 coming, 18 and 19 not coming. Page number 31, 32, summary point. Many questions based on the summary is also asked in the examination. So don't avoid the summary at the end of each chapter. Must go through the summary part. Okay, 1 marker question will come from the summary also. Enough clear? Crystal clear. So what not to read in chapter number 1, which page number not to read? Good. Now coming to chapter number 2, page number 42 to 44, all these properties given in 2.3 will not be coming in the examination. Clear? But remember all these properties because that is going to help you in the differentiation and integration part. Page number 45 to 47, example 4 is not coming, but 1, 2, 3 is coming. 5 is coming, 6 is coming, 7 and 8 not coming. Alternative solution of example 5 from page 45 to 47 will not be asked in the CBSE examination. Clear? 47 to 48, page number question 3, 4, 6, 12, 14 and 15 will not be asked. Right? Page number 49 to 51, example 10 to 13 will not be coming. 51, 52, 8, 12 and 17 of miscellaneous exercise will not be coming. And any question from the summary part from point number 8 to point number 13 will not be asked in the examination. Very clear? I have just given the analysis of each and every page of your NCERT textbook. And the first thing I told you at the very earlier, don't read R.D. Sharma at this moment. 60 to 70%, 70% of the question means 56 question will be coming, 56 marks question will be coming from the NCERT textbook. What to read from the NCERT exemplar, I will just telling you. Okay. Now, Coming to chapter number 3. Page number 90 to 92, 3.7 exercise, don't read. Page number 92 to 97, 3.8, inverse of the matrix. By elementary operation will not come, but question number 18 of exercise 3.4 has to be read. Question number 18 of page exercise 3.4 has to be revisited once again. Clear? Page number 98, don't read example 26. Page number 99, you have to read. 100 and 101, question number 1 to 3 and question number 12 will not be asked this time in the examination. Page number 102, third last point of the summary is not going to be asked in the CBSE examination. What does it mean? That all the other part of the summary you have to go through. Clear? So how many of you are now started feeling that you can score 100? No one? One girl. Huh? I will just give you the detailed analysis of each and every page, what to read from R.D. Sharma, what to read from the NCERT exemplar, everything I will discuss with you. Even the important suggestive question I will share with Mr. Prince. Okay? I am not supposed to write all the question because I am in this examination question paper setting committee as a member. So I can't divulge everything in front of you, but I can just give you the probable list. Okay? So should we move? Chapter number 4. Page number 109 to 121 pages. 13 pages you have. Properties of determinant will not come, but the small property means what happens when you interchange the rows into column. What happens when column are interchanged? What happens when two rows or two columns are equal? These 3 or 4 property you must go through, because question based on that will be asked. Properties of determinant will not be asked. It doesn't mean that you will overlook all the properties given in the book. Few property, the basic property that I have talked about is surely going to come in the examination, because in the last month I have seen many questions asked in different schools where that could be solved without using the properties of the determinant, but still you can use or apply the properties of determinant to get the answer in 2 or 3 lines. Now coming to chapter number 5, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these are the 5 chapters that carries 35 marks. Very crucial chapter. Chapter number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are very crucial chapter because that will give you 35 marks. In chapter number 5, don't read NCERT exercise number 5.1, because no question from NCERT is going to come in the continuity part from the NCERT textbook. So where from you have to read? I will just talking about the same. So don't read don't read exercise 5.1 from the NCERT textbook, because the question of the continuity will not be asked directly from the NCERT textbook. Clear? 5.2 don't read, 5.3 don't read. So 5.1, 2, 3, you all can skip from the NCERT textbook, because there is no question of finding the continuity or differentiability that is being asked in the CBSE examination, because when the question of 3 marks or 4 marks come, so there is no such question in the NCERT textbook that is good enough to be asked. Page number 165 to 166, example 22 and 23 is surely not to read. Page number 168, example 27, 184 to 186, 5.8, mean value theorem. Even Rawls theorem is not coming this time. So Rawls theorem, mean value theorem, the question from Rawls theorem and mean value theorem will not be coming. Exercise 5.8, miscellaneous example 44, second part. You can skip. Okay. Page number 192 to 193, question number 19, miscellaneous exercise will not be coming. Summary point 5, 7 and 8 will not come. What does it mean? That the remaining summary point has to be revisited. Clear? If you are having any doubt in between, then you can inquire. We will have one half an hour session for you where you can ask any question from me regarding the board examination. I will be happy to discuss the same with you. Chapter number 6, exercise 6.4, 6.5 is not coming. Page number 236 to 238, example 45 and 46 should not be read. Page number 242 to 244, question number 1, 4, 5, 20 to 24 will not come. What does it mean? That the rest question is to be prepared. Page number 245, the summary point 4 to 10 will not be asked in the examination. Clear? So the first book is over. So how many of you are now feeling that you can score good marks if any question from part 1 is asked in the CBSE examination? Only one. What about the rest? I am just telling you even the page number and the question number. If you are still thinking that whether to raise your hand or not, then it is not a good sign. 9, 10. 4 exercise you can leave. But the properties of 7.7 has to be read, because many a times question on proving integrate root under x square plus a square equals to this is asked. So what you have to read? The proving of all the 3 theorems given in exercise 7.7. Root under x square plus a square dx, root under a square minus x square dx, root under a square plus x square dx. So these 3 properties have already been proved in the NCERT textbook. So you have to revisit those 3 properties. So as far as the integration is concerned, chapter number 7 and 7, all the properties, means especially of exercise 7.7, 3 properties, definite integration, 3 properties. I don't have the book to tell you. I will just take you the book and tell you which property you should focus. Okay, 3 properties I will tell you. Only 3 properties are enough, and only 3 properties can be asked, not more than that. Okay. So moving to integration, page number 290, 291.
will not come. 291, 292, geometrical interpretation of indefinite integration 7.2.1. 298, 299, 7.2.3, comparison between differentiation and integration. 313, wrongly written over there, 313 to 316, 7.6.3, type of integral. 7.7 exercise, definite integration as a sum, 7.9, exercise 7.9. Page number 352 to 354, question number 19, 32, 40, 44 will not be asked in the examination. So, merely focusing on the NCERT textbook as far as chapter number 7 is concerned will not going to help you. Though no question from chapter number 8 and 9 will come from R.D. Sharma or exemplar as far as chapter number 8 and chapter number 9 are concerned, but don't rely only on the NCERT textbook as far as chapter number 7 is concerned. Clear? Now coming to chapter number 8. It is a debatable topic. You might have been told by your teacher that don't read exercise 8.2. But still I emphasize, do read exercise 8.2. Though the question of inequalities is not going to be asked in the examination. Inequalities question will not be coming in the examination, but there are few questions which keeps coming. Last year it happened that CBSE has deleted some part, but they asked the question from the deleted part in chapter number 8. So 8.2 you must revisit those who haven't gone through. Okay. So there is nothing to write of chapter number 8. I will just be focusing on the debatable topic. Next, chapter number 9. 9.2, 9.3 you can leave. No question will be asked from 9.2 and 9.3. 9.4, formation of differential equation whose general solution is given is not coming. Page number 415 to 416, example 25 will not come. Page number 420 to 422. Question number 3, 5, 15 will not be asked in the examination. Now the integration part, the 35 marks is over. So, how many of you are now feeling comfortable? Good. Great. Okay, now coming to chapter number 10. Supplementary part at the end of your book, exercise 10.5 is not going to be asked in CBSE examination. So 10.5 you can leave. Coplanarity of three vectors will not be coming this time. Chapter number 11, especially page number 479 to 497. 479 to 497. These 20 pages of chapter number 11. 11.6 point, 11.7 coplanarity of two lines, angle between two plane, distance of a point from a line, angle between a line and a plane will not be asked. But as I told you earlier, that the concept that you have read in class 11th will surely be asked in class 12th board examination, like what happens when a line intersects the XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. If I am not wrong, then exercise 11.3, question number 15, 16, 17. XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. And even the one solved example is there, where the line is passing through the YZ plane in the solved example. So that you need to take care of. So the important point was point number 11.7, 11.8, 11.9 and 11.10 will not be asked. But what will be asked, I have categorically told you. In miscellaneous exercise, question number 1 to 5, 7 to 8, question number 10 to 19 and 21 to 23 will not be coming. As far as the summary point is concerned, so summary point number 13, 20 to 24 will not come. So the remaining point means you can expect one question from the shortest distance. Find the image of a point respective to the line. Either of these two, one question is surely to be asked. Find the shortest distance either in the vector form or in the Cartesian form, or find the image of a given point with respect to the mirror or with respect to the plane. Chapter number 12 is still debatable. We will be just discussing about chapter number 12, so don't write. Chapter number 13. Last, random variable and its probability distribution. Page number 557, 558. Example 22 and 23 you should not read. Only two examples, 22 and 23 you will not read. In page number 599 to 564, any question of expected value EX, E bracket X or EX square will not be coming. EX or EX square, finding the mean or finding the variance or standard deviation will not be asked. But you may be asked, find the probability distribution. In both the cases, when you draw something without putting the same, or when the objects are drawn, these two type of question, especially on cards, may be asked. So these were Bernoulli distribution and binomial distribution, means exercise 13.5 is not coming. So now focusing on the debatable topics, because there are very confusion among the student, even among the teacher, that many schools or many school teachers says that this should be avoided. But what is my take? I will just explain, because many a time CBSE gives the guideline that not to read, that is deleted. But topic concerning that has been taught in the previous classes are expected to come, and there you can't claim that this has clearly been mentioned that this will not be coming in the examination, as I told you about the plane. So CBSE doesn't give the clear guidelines in that. So as I told you that 2 months back in the linear programming problem, CBSE says that this question will not be asked. But the sample paper released 2 days ago says this may be asked. So what So the confusion remains. So we will just overlook those confusion areas where different people have different take. So we should just move through the safer side. Chapter number 2, CBSE for the first time in the last 3 years says that the question on the graph will come, and I hope that you will not be taught graph in your school. Have you been? No. No school teaches graph, but CBSE has clearly mentioned in the deleted part and what to be read, that graph should be read, but nobody in India teaches graph. So do read graph this time, because in the last 4 years, first time CBSE has clearly mentioned graph. So read graph, read the domain, range and principal values of all the inverse function. Clear? Learn properties, though proving of any of the properties given will not come. No question from exercise 2.2 is going to be asked in the examination, but these property will help you to solve the differentiation chapter and integration as well. Now, second, tangent and normal. CBSE says tangent and normal topic will not be coming in the examination. It doesn't mean that you skip complete tangent and normal, because from class 8 we are taught that when a line is parallel to the x-axis, it will intersect the y-axis at point 0. When a line is parallel to y-axis, it will just intersect the x-axis at x equals to 0. So the question may be asked, find the slope of the given curve. Though this question comes in the tangent and normal exercise, but so basically CBSE is inquiring whether you know finding dy by dx or not. Find the slope, find the gradient. What will happen when two lines intersect orthogonally or cutting each other at 90 degree? These concepts have been taught already in class 11. So when CBSE says about the tangent and normal, only tangent and normal, find the equation of the tangent, find the equation of the normal, these two type of question will not be asked. But when the line is parallel to y-axis, dy by dx equals to 0 may be asked. When the line is curve is parallel to x-axis, dx by dy equals to 0, you have to calculate. These two questions that I told you is from the tangent and normal topic in the NCERT textbook, but this question doesn't have the word tangent or normal. So any question that is concerning to the previous concept taught in class 10th, 11th may be asked. So we have 4 options in the tangent and normal. First, when two curves intersect orthogonally, means m1 into m2 equals to -1, taught in class 11th. When two curves are parallel, when two lines are parallel, m1 equals to m2, taught in class 11. When the curve is parallel to y-axis, such question may be asked, though these are concerning to chapter number 5.4, exercise 5.4, tangent and normal. But these concepts had already been taught in class 11. So you will not be asked, find the equation of the line, find the equation of the curve passing through these 2 points, find the equation of the tangent, normal. This question will not be asked. Okay? Area between two curves. My clear advice to you all, don't skip exercise 8.2. Do read exercise 8.2 because area between two curve. CBSE has not categorically mentioned that whether the area between the bonded curve or not will not be asked. So 2 years back, question from exercise 8.2 was asked. So read especially the simple curve. You will not be asked any question where you have to convert the curve into the hyperbola, parabola or ellipse. You will be given the question of the parabola intersecting two parabola, finding the area between the two parabola. Such question can be asked. Ellipse, a line intersecting the slope intercept form that you have read in class 11th, finding the area of the smaller section can be asked. You will not be asked to convert a given curve into from non-standard to standard form. Suppose 9x square plus 4y square equals to 36. It will not be asked. You will just be given the correct elliptical equation, means x square by 4 plus y square by 9 equals to 1. The equation of the ellipse is this. Find the area of the smaller region that is intersecting, if line intersecting x by 3 plus y by 2 equals to 1, intersecting the ellipse in the first quadrant. Such question can be asked. So any question concerning to the unstandard form of parabola, hyperbola, ellipse will not be coming. But when the standard form is given, such question can be expected. Okay. As I said, that line intersecting plane is out of syllabus, but line intersecting the plane xy, yz, zx may be asked. A case study question may be from base theorem, a random variable, matrix. So you can expect case study question from these 3 or 4 chapters. Now, how will you manage your time? That is very important. As you know that in CBSE asks 18 MCQ question and 2 assertion and reasoning question. So 21 marker question are asked. 5 2 marker question, 6 3 marker question, 4 5 marker question and 3 case study question are asked. So how will you prepare? So if there are 20 MCQ question and if one question is given 1 minute time, so 20 minute time is sufficient to solve all the question. But still you could take 30 minutes, not more than that, to solve the A part. There are 5 parts, A, B, C, D, E. So first part contains 18 MCQ question and 2 assertion and reasoning question. So 30-minute maximum time should be given while practicing at your home. Not more than that. The second part, B part, has 5 questions of 2 marks. So 5 questions you can take maximum 10 minutes, not more than that. If you are taking more than 10 minutes, that is very dangerous. So coming to the third part, 6 questions of 3 marker come. So if you give 5 minutes to each question, then 30 minutes. So you can maximum take 35 minutes to solve the C part. Coming to D part, there are 4 questions of 5 marks. So you can take maximum 10 minutes each question. So 40 minutes for part D. And case study questions are lengthy. Case study questions are lengthy. So you can give 15 minutes to each case study question. So 3 questions from case study can be given 45-minute maximum, and you still have 20-minute revision time to complete your examination. So that is the blueprint you can follow for the examination. First, start practicing at your home, and always mind that you complete your paper without listening to the music or eating kurkure and chips in between. Complete the paper in one go. One go means you just have to sit 2 hours 30 minutes at stretch. Don't go to bathroom, just to mama's kitchen to take something from mama or papa's. So if you have to sit 2 hours 30 minutes, so don't roam here and there. 2 hours 30 minutes in one go. Just practice to complete the paper in lesser than time, but not more than 2 hours 30 minutes. These are the few tips from my side, because we have discussed each and every page of NCERT textbook. Now what not to read from NCERT, that I will focus. Continuity and differentiability. These two topics should not be read from NCERT textbook. These two topics should be taken from NCERT exemplar, not from the R.D. Sharma. I am not recommending R.D. Sharma at this juncture, but these two parts, continuity and differentiability, these two topics should be revisited, should be revised from the NCERT exemplar. Those who are not having exemplar, they can download from website. Don't try to buy new book, because only that chapter you need to take care from NCERT textbook. Now coming to the first chapter. In the very first chapter, question like number of relation. If A equals to 1, 2, 3 is given, find the number of relation. That is not in NCERT. Equivalence class. Not in NCERT, though equivalence class, that word is written over. But there is no question in NCERT on equivalence class. So you must read equivalence class, you must read number of onto relation, number of bijective relation from other resource book. I am categorically coming to that part also. Okay, so practice at least 15 paper, 15, minimum 15 paper at one go. 2 hours 30 minutes, I even request to the parent, 2 hours 30 minutes you have to be demon for your children, but don't let your children move around in 2 hours 30 minutes. Don't even allow them to go to bathroom and here. Take 2 hours 30 minutes, you have to be vigilant, and I request even to the student, 2 hours 30 minutes is crucial for you, so don't roam here and there. Just listen to your parent. After that, 3 things that you must do, what I will just be telling. Okay, so the second is make a habit of completing the paper in 2 hours 30 minutes. Keep handy all formulas with you. Give paper in one go, don't take break in between, considering you are at home. Don't take the liberty you are at home, so you can roam here and there, you can watch television, you can listen music or go to mama's kitchen. Okay, don't do this at this juncture. 2 things, do check the sample paper released. 2 papers CBSE have released so far, one 2 months ago and one 3 days ago. Do check. There is confusion among the 2 paper even CBSE has released. What the difference between the 2 paper are, I have just told you. That in chapter number 12, linear programming problem, even the question word problem can come. There are only 1% chance that question from the word problem may come, but the recent paper released 2 days ago inquires the same. So if such question come, you cannot claim, because CBSE will say that we have released the paper 2 months ago. So you can't even go to court, even though your father is a lawyer. Okay? So don't take risk, because CBSE has already released the sample paper concerning the question that has already been deleted by the CBSE itself. But CBSE is asking the same question. So 2 things. Okay. Next. Only revise from the NCERT and NCERT exemplar. Tell your mama or papa to bind the book of IIT Sharma, exam idea, or whatever support material you are having with you, and put it in the box. Don't make the habit of reading so many books at this time. Only sample paper will give you the guideline how to prepare in the stipulated time. Okay. Most important, try to avoid cutting your answer every now and then. Maybe you write one question wrong. Don't put what is whitener over there. I have seen that students are indulged in putting the white marker. What is it called? Whitener. So it will take too much time. Just put a cross mark, that's enough. Don't cut each and every line like this. It is sheerly the waste of the time. So if you make a mistake, just put a big cross, leave 3 or 4 lines, then solve. Now, work out the area where you need to work upon. Means you might have witnessed, you might have identified the area where you find yourself weak. So identify the area. By 15th of February, you should have covered up all those area where you find yourself in the low esteemed. After 15th February, no. So by 15th, every doubts of yours should be clear. Not up on 16th. Don't say I have delayed only by 1 day. 1 day will take you 2, 3, 4 marks below the 100. Okay. So avoid silly mistake. Silly mistake. What is silly mistake? I have seen many students writing neatly, writing everything, but fails to note the question number. You write the answer, but forget to put the question number in the answer sheet. What will examiner do? Second thing, in integration, you write everything neatly, but forget dx. Sin x, dx, who will write? At the end, sin x integration, you forget to write c. In differential equation, you forget to put the particular solution. y0 equals to 1, you forget to write, you solve, but do not find the particular solution. In vector, you forget to put the vector sign. You forget to put the formula used in solving that question. So that will take lot of marks from you. Okay. Double check unit area. When you are finding the area, just write square unit. When you are plotting the graph, write what is the scale in the x-axis, what is the scale in the y-axis. That student generally forgets to write. So any mistake you do will just get your marks deducted. Always remember, the examiner doesn't know anything. He is understanding or making his concept through your answer paper. So if you think that examiner will just take care, अच्छा examiner को तो पता होगा, examiner might be knowing the thing, why to write the silly thing, that will cost you dear. Examiner doesn't know anything. When we examine the paper, we forget everything. We have to learn, relearn from your copy itself. So thinking that examiner has no idea, just write the paper, you will do best. In vector, you solve, forget to put the vector sign. In integration, dx plus c, these are the common mistake I have seen student making. So don't do such mistake if you are focusing on 100. Okay. Integration. In integration, do write which formula you have used to solve. Especially in exercise 7.5, partial integration. Nobody writes the formula. Nobody writes what type of partial integration formula you are using. In exercise 7.4, nobody writes what formula you are applying. Dx by x square plus a square equals to this. So wherever the formula is required, do write the formula. I am just showing you one answer sheet of the student who have scored 100 in the last year. Okay. Now, how to attempt the question, that is very important part. There is no hard and fast rule that whether you should begin with part A, B, C, D or E. Utilize the 15 minutes given to you at the very beginning. From 10 to 10:15. The 15-minute time is very crucial to decide which section you should attempt with. So in 15 minutes, don't see your friend doing this. No. So the 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes given to you for reading the question paper is very crucial. So in the 15-minute time, you decide which part to begin with. Okay. So my advice is, don't begin with part A. Start from B, C, D, E part. Because in one marker suppose at the very end, you are left with 5 minutes or 2 questions. And if you don't want to solve and if you are in hurry, you can still have the chances for putting B or C or losing 1 mark. Because in part A, there are 20 questions, each carries 1 mark. But if you have left part E, part D, so every question carries 4 marks. So any question will reduce your probability of getting above 95, 96, 98. So always begin with part B, C, D, E, not with part A. Okay, and now the choice is totally yours. I am not going to be with you in your examination hall, but that is my suggestion. Okay. Do write proper reasoning formula wherever applicable in all questions except in section A. CBSE doesn't require answer in part A. So you simply write question number 1, answer is A, question number 2, answer is B. CBSE is going to give you full marks. Regarding the fact that either you solve or reach to the answer A or B. CBSE never asks. If you are putting the answer if you are solving all the question in section A, that will be an added advantage. In case any question in the CBSE examination had some error. In 2016, one question was asked that has some typographical error. So CBSE has decided anybody who have attempted the solution will be given full marks. So anybody, whether regardless of the solution is wrong or right, everybody got 4 correct. 4 marks free. So solution may be the added advantage if you have enough time left with you. If you are running with the time, just write 1A, 2B, 3C, 19D. That's all. Nobody is going to deduct even 0.5 marks if your answer is correct. Okay? So, I have written that if you are writing the solution, if you are explaining, that is good. But put the answer in the box, because a teacher is given 35 copies to examine. Every teacher is asked to examine minimum 35 copies. And one copy carries 30 rupees. So that is the mathematics that you should understand. So if I am the examiner, I will just be focusing to complete 30 copies so that I can get 1005 rupees in my pocket. If I fail to examine 35 copies, 300 rupees will be deducted. The TA and DA. So if I check only 30 copies, then 30 into 30, 900 I will get. If I check 35, then 35 into 30 plus 300. Now for eating bread, samosa and all, tea, samosa, I get. Have you understood the logic? So my focus will be to complete 35 copies. So if you have solved the question but failed to write, the answer is B. I will be happy to cut your answer because my eyes is on samosa. T. I need 300 rupees to take with me. Why to waste time in finding where is the answer? The answer is B or C. Have you understood the logic? So if you have solved the question, very good. If anything wrong happens, in that case you will be given full marks despite the fact that your answer is wrong. But never forget to inbox your answer. Question number 1, answer is B. Because we are not interested in reading the question until the question has some error. Okay? Now, very important question, many students ask, is it important to attempt the question in the serial order? No. You can attempt the question in any order. Question number 20, then 17, then 13, then 12, in zigzag order, but don't jump the section. If you are attempting section B, then solve all the 5 questions in any order. There is no need to write the answer in any order, but if you are solving question number 1, then 38, then 2, then it will snatch the samosa from the teacher who is examining the copy. Mind one thing. And I will never be happy to lose my 300 bucks. Whatever you get, that is your problem. If you get 100, very good. If you get 0, that's good. But my tea and samosa should be with me. I will not be happy to lose that 300 buck. So don't allow your teacher to jump from section A, section B, C, D like that. Solve one section, complete, then move to another section. In that section, you can move in any order. That is allowed. Even that is allowed. But in case a teacher is very slow in examining the copy, and by 3, he is just having 25 answer sheet checked, then in 1 hour, he have to check 10 question answer sheet. Then he will just speed up his checking capacity. In that case, you may lose your marks. Because who will turn the question paper each and every time for each and every question? Got it? Don't leave any question unattempted, as CBSE provides step marking. So, suppose the case of integration. If you don't know anything, don't leave. Put sin x equals to u, cos x dx equals to du. That you can write. Half marks will be given to you. If you have left the question, then 0. So never leave any question unattempted, because CBSE has the mandate to award marks for every step. And those who have gone through the marking scheme released by the CBSE, you can see that even the 1 marker question, 2 marker question, there is clearly mention of half plus 1. So even the 2 marker has 3 parts. So never unattempt the question. Whatever you know, even if you know the formula, just write. If you are just closer to 97, 98, then the teacher will be happy to award marks there. I have been the head examiner many a times in the CBSE. I clearly tell my teacher, those who are at the verge of 13, 14, 15, just give them marks if he or she has written even the formula. Let the answer be incomplete, but if he or she has written formula, then put him in the pass marks. If someone has got 95, means 75, 76 like that, and if a teacher can award marks, half marks, 1 marks, so that the boy or girl reaches up to 78, then the examiner gets happy. So don't unattempt the question, do write even the formula, that will also fetch you marks. In the graph based question, don't use pen, use paper and pencil, scale and pencil. Don't use pen in the graph sheet. Okay, the last thing, alternative solutions are also acceptable. So if you think, if your teacher in your class has taught, don't do this, but you think that you are more comfortable in solving the question by another way, then you can write, you will still get full marks, provided you haven't used any formula used by the IIT JAM examination. Under the preview of CBSE, if that formula can be applied, then you will be given full marks. Don't apply L hospital rule in differentiation. That will give you the answer in 1 line, but you will be given 0 marks, because that is not in the purview of CBSE. So any formula that is written in the NCERT textbook, any method written in the R.D. Sharma, R.S. Agrawal, whatever book you have read, or taught by your teacher, if that is applicable to the CBSE, you will be getting full marks, provided you haven't applied the formula of IIT JEE. Okay. Now, the last thing, I am just showing you the paper, then the floor will be open for you, that you need to take care of. In chapter number 1, question like smallest equivalence relation of set A equals to 1, 2, 3, number of onto function from A to B, number of bijection from A to B, equivalence class. These questions are not in the CBSE but may be asked. Okay. So read these formula. In chapter number 3 and 4, definition of the matrix, that student do not read. How many of you read definition? No. May be asked. So read the definition part, because many a time the question, what is independent event, write an example in 2-marker question come. So read all the definition, especially the orthogonal matrix in the chapter number 3. 13, independent event, conditional probability, such definition may be asked. So read the definition also. Okay. Formulas of adjoint. There are 4 or 5 formulas given in the adjoint. Adjoint of A, determinant of adjoint of A. You know? Okay. Adjoint A, inverse related question, means the 4 formula that has been mentioned in RIT Sharma, not in the NCERT. Okay, I am clearly telling you what to read from where. Don't read anything beyond, I am sure you will get 100. But if after 1 or 2 days, if you are still opening the RIT Sharma, RS Agrawal and different book, then I am not sure that how many of you, because once you deviate, you are sure to lose. Okay. In continuity, chapter number 5, first and second kind of continuity. 1-marker question may come that which type of continuity is this? Removable continuity, continuity of first kind, continuity of second kind, discontinuity may be asked. So read what is continuity of the first kind, second kind, removable, discontinuity. Do question of continuity from the exemplar, not from the RD Sharma. Next, chapter number 6, question on increasing, decreasing, maxima, minima. Word problems should also be done from the past paper and NCERT exemplar. So don't rely only on the question of NCERT in chapter number 5 and 6. Chapter number 7, proof of definite integration should be done. I told you. Chapter number 8, don't avoid exercise 8.2. Chapter number 12, do try word problem of LPP, because 3 days ago CBSE has put the same question. And in chapter number 13, question on multiplicative theory of probability should be done from other book, because there is no question on that chapter, that topic in NCERT, though NCERT talks about multiplicative theorem on probability, but no question is given. Okay, and do read graph in chapter number 2. So with the last presentation, I am opening the floor for you. Now, of the paper, I think that you will not put me down, and I expect that Prince will message me that all those who have attended, at least 90% of the students have scored CENTUM. Is Prince here? No. Okay. So I will just be in touch with you and your parents also. So I am just showing you one sample paper so that you can understand how the topper gets good marks and what you need to do so that you are also in the same category. Suppose a question has two options. Why not attempt both? Because I am left with for 30 minutes of time. God knows the first answer is right or not. So just try the second one also. So in that case, if you attempt both the option, only the first answer will be marked correctly, despite the fact your second answer is right. Clear? So choose wisely what to write. If question number 3 has two options, and if you are comfortable in both, don't write both the answer. Only the first answer will be marked, not the second one. Okay, so that was all from my side. Now the floor is open for you until some technical glitches just gets over. Give them mic. Any question you can ask regarding how to score, how to read. I think that I have taken every aspect, how to manage your time, which topics should not be read, what to... Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I face difficulty in application of integrals and solving case study questions. How to improve in that part?
As I told you, especially in exercise 8.1, I don't think that any student is having any problem in 8.1. Basically, the problem begins when you are to find the area of the smaller part or the bigger part. When the two curves are given, you have to find the area bounded between the two curves. Be sure that as far as chapter number 8 is concerned, question concerning to the NCERT textbook or based on the NCERT textbook will be asked. No question from R.D. Sharma, exemplar or any other resource material will ever be asked. Okay, so be clear in your mind that chapter number 8, chapter number 10, chapter number 11, these three topics, at 90% question are expected to be from the NCERT textbook only. Digit may vary, but you don't have to jump on different books. Okay, do read the solved example to have a better idea. I don't know. Actually, I don't have much time. Otherwise, I could have taken one session on integration of application of integration. Okay, so I will just try to be in touch with you to help you out. Any other question? Case study. Yes. So I have told you that in case study question, most of the question will be coming from the matrix, Bayes theorem. So if you are good at Bayes theorem, if you are good at solving the equation from 3.6 exercise, if you are good at maxima minima, you will not have any problem at all. So in case study, as far as maxima minima is concerned, question like tan inverse 2 root 2, sine inverse 1 by 3, such type of question will not be coming. Okay. Yes.
A personal advice from you for my study plan, as I have 14 days revision for mathematics.
Yeah, only 14 days, because after 15th, I will not allow anyone to revise from any of the textbook, be it NCERT exemplar. Because after 15, you must go through the previous year paper or the sample paper, because 2.5 hours sitting at a stretch will only bring you closer to 100 or 100. So do plan that what are your weak areas, what are the chapter you need to revisit. I have categorically told you that what topics should be read from the NCERT, what topic to be read from the exemplar, what to read from other sources. I have mentioned everything clearly. So focus on that. Be sure that whatever I have shown here, that is correct up to my knowledge, because being an academician, being the core member of the CBSE, NCERT, and whatever I have experienced in the past, I have just drafted the brief note, as I was told that you are here to focusing on the eyes of 100. So I have planned my session accordingly in the stipulated time of 2 hours and 2 hours 30 minutes. So do read only what was the focus area we have discussed, and be sure whatever we have discussed, whatever are difficult areas we have discussed, the question will be coming from that area, and it all depends on how many sample paper you are practicing after 15. So any weak areas you are having, you have only 14 or 10 days left with you to revise. If you have completed all, then you can practice paper 1 times, 2 times, but 15 2s are 3s are, that depends on you. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Talking about the sample papers, which sample paper should we use?
Okay, good question. Don't read together with. Okay. I will try to share few sample paper with Prince Ji. He will share the same with you. Okay. Okay. And those who don't want to go beyond, do note the address. Just in the Google write support material mathematics, any subject you want, from EDUDEL, EDUDEL. Support material 2022-23, edudel.nic.in. EDUDEL, Education Delhi. So in EDUDEL, Delhi government every year upload few suggestive summary of all the book, be it physics, chemistry, biology, accounts, whatever field you are from, mathematics. So 100 pages or 200 pages book are available there, and that is very crisp. All the formulas, important facts of each and every chapters are put there, including important suggestive question. I will also share few of the questions chapter wise with you to have an idea what type of question may come. Though I may share, but I will not be sharing the complete list. Otherwise I may be behind the bar. Okay. Question? Yeah.
Sir, I have taken commerce group with applied maths as optional. So, can I get any updation regarding my subject?
As far as applied maths is concerned, I have only written the 11th book of CBSE, not 12th, so I will not be in the position to give you the exact guideline about applied mathematics. But yeah, in applied mathematics, do take care of the uh, statistical and probability part, because statistics and probability in applied mathematics is far better than that is taught in the normal curriculum. You just share the number with me. So if any data, because we prepare question for the normal mathematics, general mathematics, not for the applied mathematics. Though I have prepared question for the CUET in applied, but not in the CBSE this time. So I can't give you any concrete idea. But I will just contact with my friends who are preparing question paper for CBSE in the applied mathematics, and we'll come back to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any question from the parents? Student, anyone? No. Okay, so I'm just showing you the lacking and how you should improve. Okay, I am just discussing the same in 2 to 3 minutes. So everything is written. If question is repeatedly attempted, then marks for the first attempt are given. Many students are in the habit of writing question number 1 in page number 1, and after 10 pages he will write the same answer, expecting that the teacher will mark the answer 2 times and give 2 marks, 2 marks 2 times, and it will be added. No. If question is copied wrong, 0 marks will be given. In very short, child is not expected to write the step. If child attempts both the choice of the same question, then the first attempt will be marked. Okay, so last I am sharing the question paper. Sorry. So this is the answer sheet of a student who have scored 100 marks, and it is uploaded on the CBSE. So now you can find what or where you fail and how you should improve. This boy has got 100. Question number 1, as you can see, that this is the question of vector, chapter number 10. Though the question is of 1 mark, he should not write the answer, but he has attempted the answer, and the important thing is that he has written the formula down. Put the cursor down. Okay. And answer is put in the box. As I told you earlier, that examiner is not very much interested in seeing how you solve. Though initially, if you are the first person and if I get your first copy in the very early morning, I will be more happy to examine or to see all the part to give you good marks. But if it is 3 p.m. and I am still left with 10 more copies, then I have to complete 10 copies in 1 hour, then my speed will be doubled or tripled. In that case, I will not be happy in seeing the answer. So, always put the answer in the box. Write the formula. Put the cursor down. Okay. Write the formula, especially in chapter number 9. Student make mistake, differential equation. If the question is from the linear differential equation, then they never write that this is the linear differential equation of dy by dx plus py equals to q, where p is this, q is this. If you are not writing that, then 1 mark is sure to deduct. So do write which type of differential equation is that, whether it is the case of homogeneous function, whether it is the type of linear differential equation, whether it is a variable separable type, and what type of formula you has used to solve that question. And always, be it the answer of 4 marker, 5 marker, 2 marker, write the answer in the box with appropriate reasoning given there. Okay, see, this is the 1 marker question, probability. He has calculated all the values and finally put it in the box. So box is very important. If you are putting the answer without box, then nobody is going to entertain you, despite the fact your answer is correct or incorrect. Screen fast. Okay, put it down. Yeah, just up, a little bit up. Yeah. See, the student have made mistake. So he has not applied whitener, or he has not cut each and every line. He has just put a cross marks over there. So don't waste time in cutting each and every line. Just put a cross mark and that's it. Okay, so the third part, that is wrong. So, yeah, get down. In integration, especially in the partial integration, exercise 7.5, the student has written what type of partial differentiation is that. He has calculated, put the values, formulas. So everything need to be presented, considering that examiner is having no idea about mathematics. So the time you start thinking that the examiner is zero as far as mathematics is concerned, you will be able to present your answer in a better way. So don't consider that this formula might be known to teacher because that is in class 7, 8. No. Do write. Put 3 or 4 line gap in between each answer. So in case if you remember something in the later part, you have enough time. Put the question mark at the left side and just put some space so that marks is especially awarded to the left side, not to the right side. So just give some space at the very left side. Okay. So if any question you are having, then it's welcome. Otherwise, that was all from my side. Yeah. Everything I am having is yours. If you are having, Rajji will share in the Telegram group, I am sharing this everything, PPT, the answer sheet with Rajji, Prince Ji, he will share the same with you. Yeah, no problem. I will just share the same, and 2 things I can do. One, I can put the question paper, standard question paper. If you come across EduCart question paper, there is one company, EduCart. I am not the representative of EduCart, okay? I don't write for any question paper because I am from the CBSE, so I am not obliged to write any CBSE sample paper or book because I am getting money from the CBSE for not disclosing the same to any company. Okay, so I am writing for the CUET, I am preparing paper for CUET, but can't write book for CUET. Okay, so I will say EduCart book is far better than Exam Idea and together with sample paper. You like is also good, EduCart is good. So if you are having any of the two, then be sure to get good type of question. Minding one thing, that you have to complete the paper in one go in 2 hours 30 minutes. Don't read together with. Not good questions are given in the sample paper. Okay? Because all the quality question paper or booklet are provided free of cost. You can just download, go through that and delete. Delete means otherwise you will be attempted to go through the paper on and on. So that will not be good after 15. So by 15 you should be away from first mobile, laptop, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, wherever you are, until you complete your examination. So don't put your photos, selfie over there each and every day. And most importantly, never talk with your friends 1 or 2 days before examination. That will cost you dear, because if he or she says, I have read from this book and my teacher told me this question will come, then that will just put an unnecessary pressure over you that I haven't gone through that book, so the question may be asked from that book. Be sure whatever information has been shared is clear and complete. I represent from the CBSE, so I am giving you the authentic information. Don't talk with your friend, because he or she may misguide you at the last moment, and that will just take the marks away from you. So whatever you want to talk with your friend, but don't discuss the study plan. I have read 10 hours, how many hours you have read, because that brings the inferior complex in you that he is reading 10 hours, I am not reading 10 hours. So don't discuss such thing with your friends. Keep away from all the social medium. Put the phone with your parents or in the locker, wherever you feel that is in safe. Yeah, if you are still having some problem that you haven't gone through the chat in the WhatsApp, you can just ask your papa, mama for 1 hour. You can beg to allow you half an hour in the evening or in the morning, where you can just see the chat or discuss with your friends. But don't disclose or discuss any plan you are having. Any plan means that you can share. That is not that what I have discussed you can share, but don't share the way you study, the paper you have attempted, because it will not be good. Because maybe you may be misguided by your friends. Okay. This is my email, mobile number, and Facebook page. So you can just write everything. Your problem, I will be happy to answer, but don't send the good morning or good night message on my WhatsApp. Any, not your daughter, even your friend's daughter is having some problem, I will be happy to address. Yeah, both the number are on WhatsApp, but I am not sure that I will be able to answer you within hour, because most of the time when I go for the CUET paper, my mobile phones are kept outside. We just enter without mobile phone, without watch, without pen. While preparing the question paper for the CUET or any examination, we barely enter without any pen and paper. So our mobile are kept outside from 9 to 5. So in between, if you call me or message me, I will not be able to answer you back. But surely I will answer him or her back. Whether you are here, whether any of your relative, your friend's relative, anyone, I will be happy. My number are available on net also. You just type my name, Dr. Rajesh Thakur or Rajesh Thakur in the Google. You will find everything, every information related to me over there. Okay. So thank you.